Look at me.
Sure.
Look at me.
Sure.
I'm the captain now.
What's up, guys? Boy Benny. So, are you a free person or are you a slave? Big question. Very important question in the modern era. Because there are many people that want to make you a slave. They don't need chains to do that anymore. Every group of people, every nationality, every race has been slaves before. And nobody likes that, right? It's a good thing to throw off those shackles. But ladies and gentlemen, there are some major chains that are quite new and quite sophisticated that are trying to entrap your brain. And quite oftentimes, the way that they do this is by not allowing you to ask questions. The First Amendment in this country allows you to ask questions. The subtext of the First Amendment, which of course freedom of speech, right, is freedom of thought. You must be able to think something before you say it, typically, right? That's typically how it goes. You got thought in your brain, you say it out your mouth. And the pretext for free thought is you are able to absorb and observe what's happening in the world and ask questions about it. Okay, like what, like, look, here's my coffee mug. Where'd it come from? It's a mug. I know it's real. I just drank coffee from it. You can observable information in the physical world, you process it and you ask questions. And that's called deductive reasoning. Freedom of speech is literally like protected your ability to be a skeptic, to look at information and to go, why, right? Like here in Baltimore, when this massive boat smashed directly into the pillars that were upholding this bridge in Baltimore, which is a horrible thing. And 7 people died, and it's awful, and I hate it. And I'm very upset that this happened. My sister lives in Baltimore. So I'm upset about this. Certainly I'm the last guy on earth that would celebrate something like this. But it's worth asking, like, what the hell's happening with this boat? Why do all the lights go off? As you can see here, there go all the lights. Why does the black smoke come from it? What the hell was going on here? When the power was off on the boat, why did it keep moving? Why didn't you drop anchor, right? Here comes the boat again. There goes the black, thick smoke. What the hell was happening here? Why does the boat turn directly towards the bridge? This is what is crazy to me, because as you can see here on the screen, the boat would be able to go under the bridge, presumably, in multiple spots. But it actually goes directly towards the pillar there, right? That's holding up the bridge. And then, of course, you've all seen the footage. It smashes into that pillar, and it takes the bridge down with it. And so it's worth asking, like, what the hell was going on board? Who was in charge? Why was the boat losing power? What was happening here? Benny, you're crazy. You're a crazy person. You can't ask questions like that. Well, all right. I mean, the FBI is asking questions like that. Breaking news today, and something that I think is good, The FBI agents aboard Dali cargo ship, this is the name of the cargo ship, Dali, at Baltimore Bridge collapse site to grill crew on what they knew and when it set sail, as the city sues Singapore-based owner, which is absolutely correct, 100% what they should do. They're going to try and pin this on the American taxpayer. I mean, there's two major issues here. One, like, who's in charge here? They need to be criminally prosecuted. A bunch of people died, right? 7 people died. So they need to be charged with murder, right? When they were driving this, whoever was driving this ship needs to be charged with murder. And then the crew, this Singapore-based company, who you presumably has lots of money, right? Shipping is big game, right? To do shipping, they should have to pay for everything, obviously, and not the American taxpayer. FBI is probing how much the 22 crew of the Dali knew about the ship's issues. Baltimore mayor said that he's bringing in firms to investigate if anyone was to blame. Oh yeah, I wonder. The FBI has launched a criminal probe into the Baltimore Bridge collapse that killed 6 construction workers. Agents will investigate whether 22-strong crew of the Dali knew it had serious systemic issues before they left the Maryland port. Some were seen arriving at the ship today to speak with the crew who remain on board. Meanwhile, Baltimore's mayor said the city is bringing out firms to hold responsible the entities accountable. He has hired 2 law firms to sue Grace Ocean Private, the Singapore-based company that owns the ship. Good, right? This guy seems like a goofy guy, the mayor of Baltimore, but good. Like, you should totally sue this company. This comes just 3 weeks after the shocking footage of the bridge showing the 10,000-ton cargo ship ram into the Francis Scott Key Bridge. Huge smash caused the collapse of the vessel, sending 6 construction workers to their deaths. Criminal probe will be overseen by the U.S. District Attorney Office in Maryland. I don't have a lot of faith in them, but this was obviously created by a foreign company, and that foreign company needs to be held responsible, right? Also, why the hell did the boat drive directly into the bridge? Why did it happen? Why did you drive directly into the bridge? Can somebody answer that for me, please? Anyone? Anybody? Right?
We're right next to the Key Bridge.
Like, all them people on the bridge just died, dude.
What the hell is happening?
Oh my god.
Yeah. And again,
We're right next to the Key Bridge.
there was a lot of space for it to go somewhere else.
Right next to the Key Bridge.
I'm
Like,
just totally confused by this. Here's the path. This is something that also gets that makes me totally confused. The path of the actual boat itself. Here's CBS News. Benny, you're insane. Okay, well, here's CBS News showing us that this boat, drove directly into the bridge. The animation shows the movements of the Dolly cargo ship before it collided with Baltimore's Francis Scott Key Bridge on Tuesday, causing it to collapse. The ship was minutes into its journey to Sri Lanka when it hit the bridge. So here's that animation. You can see it traversing the harbor and doing a totally fine job. So there's the green dot, obviously, is the ship, doing a totally fine job getting up and out of the harbor and heading on its way, and then smashing into the bridge. The only time it really veers off its course and smashes right into the bridge and then collapses the bridge. Obviously, they track these things really in a very sophisticated manner. And this bridge, they've tracked every second of this boat. So what the hell, right? So there are people obviously that say it's a black swan event, right? Mike Flynn was one of them. Black swans normally come out of the world of finance, not the military. The standard operating procedure for all U.S. ports, harbors, and bays that transmit commerce and military activities are supposed to maintain an incredible level of discipline, rigor, and awareness. These very types of events do not occur. Yet there are harbor masters in every single one of these transit points in America that are in charge of assuring the safety of navigation. Start there, says Mike Flynn. The consequences, of course, are going to be horrible, obviously. Baltimore port will be unusable for many months. It is the 13th most important port for U.S. foreign trade. The economic impact of the city, which is already plagued by social misery and violent crime, will be huge. And this is the bridge, obviously, that's closed. And as far as I know, they can't take boats in or out of this bridge right now. So the FBI is on the case.
We're back with a Fox News alert. The FBI is opening a criminal investigation into the container ship that crashed into the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore. This investigation is separate from the investigation already being conducted by the National Transportation Safety Board. 6 people died when that bridge fell last month. And we have
Here's what I'll say, and I'm very sad to say it, actually. There are many commenting online that when the FBI takes over an investigation, that's a cover-up. That's like a telltale sign of a cover-up, right? So the FBI taking over an investigation is proof that you'll never see the truth ever again. All right, we know our government lies to us. We know this is something that they engage in. And so, I wish I had full confidence. And that the G-men are going to really get to the bottom of it, because what happened is horrible. What happened is terrible. I want to know why it happened and make sure it never happens again. Could have been my family on that bridge. Again, I have family that lives in Baltimore, uses that bridge. So I want to get to the bottom of it. But based on the track record of the FBI, man, they're dodgy as hell. So I really hope they do. And I hope that they're very public with their findings, and that it makes a lot of sense, and we can understand why this happened and why a bunch of people were killed, right? Yeah. Totally. Unfortunately, the weaponization and manipulation and warping of our justice system means I got to be skeptical about these kind of things. But skeptics can never be wrong. You have a right to ask questions in this country, and you should keep asking. You should also like, share, and subscribe to our channel. It's your boy Benny. See ya.